So at open here, I'm interested in SNOA for the 5 and 10 minute. The daily shows that it's previously made big moves on these gaps going up. So as you can see here, it's heading downwards and then had a huge gap up, huge move. Same with this one over here. Let me see if I can put it full screen. Okay, same with this one over here. It was heading downward and had a huge gap up, huge spike, crazy. This one as well. Huge gap up, spike, same with this one. But also noticed huge red candles. So a lot of red volume coming in here. So it has potential to make these moves, but it also has potential to flop. So you got to be careful on these. SNOA is the one I really like, but DBGI is the one that I also like above VWAP. So DBGI looks even better actually right now on the 10 minute and the 5 minute. 1 minute's climbing, it hit VWAP perfectly, and now it's bouncing. So DBGI might be the one to watch. I do like it for a 1 minute curl on the MACD. 5 minutes looks like it's crossing to the downside though, which doesn't look super hot, but I'm going to go off of the 1 minute here because it just bounced off of VWAP and it looks pretty strong. So the 5 minute looks, kind of clean. If this next 5 minute candle can actually pull back a little, I don't want to see it pull back below VWAP. It can pull back a little and then take off and break the high of this 5 minute candle, which is 478, then that looks solid. Same with the 10 minute. 10 minutes high is 485, so that would look even better if it can break that high. But we're gonna have to see what it's gonna do here in the next 30 seconds. I don't know if I'll take an entry right out of the open. I don't think I will, just because I normally don't. I'm gonna wait for them to settle down and see what they want to do, see what direction they want to head. I do like SNOA though if it can get back above VWAP, and I do want to see it break this 930 level or 950 level. That would look a lot stronger. Once it breaks that 950 level, then we kind of have, room all the way to, I don't know, 1250 before we actually run into a new resistance spot. So here's market open. ALT is also on the scans, but let me see. Let me go back to the ones I was watching. DBGI. So DBGI just broke the 5 minute high there real quick. Didn't break the 10 minute high though, which is okay. So let's see, it's 79.80. It's gonna come into resistance here around 90, and then you also have the whole dollar right here at 5. Okay, so it's rejecting that level, just broke the low on the 10 minute. It's gonna hit VWAP though, hit VWAP at 457. Could be a buying opportunity. Next 1 minute's gonna open here. Opening kind of low, I think. See if it breaks through VWAP. I don't want to see it break down and just fall below VWAP. I might take an entry on this next 1 minute. I don't want to see this one surge. I would like to see it hold VWAP, and then I'll for sure take an entry for the next 1 minute high. My overall target would probably be 485, but I think this one already tapped. Yeah, so it double tapped 485. I want to see a better setup, honestly, on the 5 minute. So I'm not really sure if I want to take an entry here, especially because if 1 minute's finishing kind of low, SNOA. So SNOA is kind of just sideways at the moment, which is pretty good. ALF. Go back to DBGI. DBGI here, finishing kind of low. Oh, shoot. I might miss this trade just because I'm focused on my phone here. Okay. So DBGI is now breaking below VWAP. It's still holding VWAP fairly well though. I mean, it hasn't broken through 50 yet, so there we go. There's a quick pop. Broke the 1 minute high, now it's at 74. That was a nice clean break. See if it can actually hold up though. I don't want to see this just reject and fall below VWAP. So this is looking pretty good now. So high of this candle 75. We can possibly take an entry. Let's see. 80 is the high now. Huge sellers around 85. I'm not gonna take an entry yet. I don't know about this one yet. It's barely coming up to its resistance level here, which is around 90. So this is the level it just rejected. It's like an 85 or 80. So let's see if it can hold it or if it's just gonna reject like that. I wouldn't want to be caught in something like that. So exactly why I didn't want to take this trade just yet. I wanted to see if it can actually hold, and now it's gonna break its 1 minute low there. So there you go. Now it's below VWAP. Not interested in it for right now. SNOA. Let's see what this one's doing. This one's falling below as well. ZIVO, same thing. Go. I didn't see this one pre-market, but kind of low on volume. ALF keeps popping on the scans though. Not a big move, only 20 cents right there on that one pop, but it rejected that level twice already. So let's see, it has to break through this level. I drew some resistance points here earlier. It has to break through this level and get above 8 for me to really be interested. And then once it breaks 8, it has to break over 820. Then we could possibly see, you know, the high of day, which is 837. But I want to see this break over VWAP first before I can take an entry. It's on the right way though, SNOA. So this one, you know, kind of fading right now. HYZN's popping on the scans. Not sure what's going on with this one. That's crazy because our leading gappers are just kind of done. Not done necessarily, but like DBGI is popping right here. ALT is also popping. So this one's going through the VWAP, but it's gap down reversal. It's going to come up to its 200 here. You keep DBGI on watch. 5 minute looks nasty. I'm going to go back to ALT because the 1 minute looks kind of clean. Same with the 5 minute. If we can see a break of this 5 minute high, which is 1220, that looks pretty solid. So I might take an entry here. Just gonna wait, see what this 1 minute wants to do. Don't want to get caught in something nasty. It's pulling back quite a lot here though. Spreads are, you know, pretty tight, which is good. Volume's decent, nothing crazy. There's 90. I want to buy that drop at 81, but it was showing 87 on the ask, 6-cent spread. I'm gonna buy in here at 11.96 for the break at 12. 12.09, just sold it right there. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god. I just I just completely forgot my overall strategy for the 5 minute break. Oh, that's so stupid. Whatever. So that was a quick $22. Definitely could have made more. It's all the way in the teens now. Kind of rejecting this level as of right now, but it's still holding fairly well. I mean, it hasn't broken below 12 yet. So as long as it doesn't snap below 12 and actually tank or something back to VWAP, then we should be solid. I completely forgot my overall target though. It already broke the high on the 5 minutes, so and now it's rejecting. Let's see if it's gonna break down here. 1202 on the ask. I mean on the bid. That sucks. So definitely sold too quick there. For sure, I regret that, but we could see another pullback for a possible entry. I could have got in here again around 12. I mean, it's holding 12, but don't want to fall into FOMO here. High of this candle's 27. It's 1 cent away. See if we get a quick snap through that level. So I don't like how it's coming up to 1225 and not holding. It's kind of just, I mean, it's trading within this range of 12 to 1225, but it's not breaking through. I'd want to see it break through and actually surge and potentially break 1250, see it move to 1275. But right now it's just kind of sideways. So let's see if this actually breaks or pulls back. So far it's double topped at 25. So there's the break, there's 30, 35, 38. Nice move there. There's 41 now. Okay, so now we're gonna see a rip to the $0.50. If this can actually break through the $0.50, it's looking even better. I would like to see a pullback though. I think I'm just gonna wait it out and wait for another pullback entry. I wish I would have, at least gotten in again. This is a really, really nice move, but I just, I'm for some reason I'm not taking these trades. I feel like I'm getting, pretty nervous here. Really clean breakthrough VWAP though. That held and everything. That was a perfect entry I had, and I sold too quick. Definitely could have taken an entry here once more. Low here was 12.15, now it's at 12.75, so really, really nice break here. Really clean setup. Like I said, I'm going to wait for a pullback now. Next 5 minutes going to open here in about 30 seconds. Same with the 10 minute. 10 minutes looking solid actually. If the 10 minute can break its high of 76, if we can get a couple candle pullback here and actually see a break of its high on the 5 and 10 minute of 76, that's looking great. So I'm going to try and get an entry here somewhere once I see a pullback. Don't want to see it pull back too much though. If it can pull back to 12.30 or 12.20, then that's looking great as well. But it has to get back above 50. So spreads are pretty big right there, 10 cents. Don't want to buy it with such big spreads yet. Huge buyer there at 50, so that was basically my entry, but it was a 10-cent spread. Didn't want to buy that necessarily. I don't really want to see it break the high on this candle. I kind of want to see it just sideways consolidate for a little bit. Or on this next 1 minute candle, we could go ahead and take our entry, but the spreads are kind of big now, 7 cents. That's because they were, I think, 1 and 1. 50, that's a rejection, 51 by 50. I'm gonna take an entry here at 50. There's 44. Okay, I'm selling. So just sold it right there. Stopped out. It was probably a bad entry, but that's all right. It's still pulling back, so nothing too crazy. Reason I took it at 50 is because it wasn't breaking that level yet, and I was expecting a small little pop before the next 1 minute candle open. I did see, it break below and it hit 44, and then as soon as I saw 35, I was like, nah, I gotta stop out. So it dropped like this. I was kind of expecting the same thing. It dropped from, I think, what, 74 all the way to 50, and I was expecting a small little pop, so we can go ahead and see the 1 minute continuation, but that's all right. We're going to reposition here and get in once more for the 5 minute break. I don't want to see a break on this candle though. And it broke on that candle. Oh, not yet actually. Take our entry here. See if we can get a quick break. I'm in at 68. 71 on the ask, 70. 71, not breaking yet. Selling. Stopped out there again. So wasn't breaking that level. I didn't like to see that. I mean, I expected a better continuation, but I feel I'm doing really good today, stopping out at the right time, like I'm getting really lucky here. So not a big loss or anything. I definitely lost all my profit for sure, and I'm down 55, but still my overall target's going to be the 10 minute and 5 minute break. It still hasn't done it yet. So right now it's just sideways consolidating. Nothing, too crazy. It hasn't dropped significantly yet, but it's kind of choppy right now. Definitely wish I, held this position a long time ago. I wish I did a little better on that trade, but that's what I get for hesitating, I guess. So I'm gonna wait for this one to pull back a little more, and let's go check out the other stocks. So SNOA, same thing, kind of just fading sideways at the moment, not really doing a whole lot. And our other one, DBGI. DBGI is curling back to VWAP here. 5 minute looks kind of clean. 10 minute looks okay, I guess. It has to get above VWAP though. If it gets above VWAP and actually holds that level, then we can possibly see a move back to the highs here of 487. But this has to break above VWAP and hold. I drew my trend line here on the daily, so 480 was a perfect resistance level. It still had room all the way down here to 4, but it actually just went to 435 and kind of held support. So I would still want to see the 10 minute get above VWAP and actually finish strong, but we'll see what it wants to do within the next couple minutes here. ALT. Okay, so the high of this candle is 77, high of this candle is 76. So it did break the high by 1 cent. But it's still kind of just sideways here. I want to see if it's going to actually ramp up once more. I want to see a significant break, and I'd be going for the break at 13. And well, it looks like it's going to be on this candle. Kind of sucks. So there, it just double topped. This 70 break is going to be pretty difficult. That's what it seems like. We got increasing volume on the 1 minute candle though. I don't like how it finished low there. A lot of buying going through. Okay, the next 5 minute just opened. This high is 77. So let's see if it actually breaks here. 75, 76. I don't feel comfortable on this one right now because it's rejected at level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times already. I don't know. I don't want to get in on a drop here. I expected a better breakout on, the previous candles that I traded on, but like I could take an entry here for the break of 75, but I don't know, just how many times it's rejected that level, I don't feel so convinced right now. So there, I tap that level once more. And it's losing volume as well, it's declining in volume. See if it breaks this 1 minute low. So it just broke the 1 minute low there. So rejection off of 70 again. And at the moment, nothing else is popping up on the scans. GBR is popping up here, but let me see, kind of low volume. Doesn't look terrible though. Daily looks alright. 5 minute doesn't look the best though. Let's go back to SNOA. So SNOA I think is kind of done. DBGI faded off VWAP, so DBGI same thing. I'm not really looking at it. EEIQ now, halted going down, crazy. ALF. ALF's climbing here, but slowly. If anything, I'd be going for like a 10-minute setup on this one. It's actually just about to run into resistance here at 850, so we'll see what it does around that level. Go back to ALT. ALT 2 candle pullback here. 5 minutes pulling back to VWAP. 10 minute doesn't look very strong either, and we only have 2 minutes left. So within these next 2 minutes, it's gonna have to finish somewhere high, but this one's looking kind of done too. I mean, now it's pulling back a little too much, I think. 1 minute's crossing, 1 minute MACD's crossing here. I might just be done for today. I don't know. I mean, from up 22 to down 55, I I could have definitely wrote this momentum here. That was a really nice trade up here, but I mean, it's I sold too quick. I completely forgot my target, which was the break of this 5 minute high. So if I would have just held that position, that would have looked solid. I might have sold on the second candle, still would have been a pretty decent amount of profit, but I mean, overall, if I held through this position, or at least got in on this trade here, the low of 12.15, that would have looked perfect, for a continuation setup. Like, just riding the momentum to whatever it was, 12.60, that would have looked awesome. It was trying to break through 12.50, trying to hold this 12.50 level, but just couldn't do it. And now it's broken below. It has this last minute to really make a difference here. I would like to see it finish around 12.40 if we can, but I don't know. I don't really trust this one. It's already, I mean, rejected that level, like I said, I don't know how many times, like 6 different times already. And I just wasn't feeling it. After that, I was just kind of done. It's coming up to its 200 as well once it breaks 13. So that's, that could be another reason why I rejected. I don't know. Nothing else looks good though. ALF. I mean, it's right at its 50 EMA. And it's big resistance level there at 850. GBR. Now back below VWAP. 10 minute looks nasty. 5 minute also looks gross. Go. Okay, I didn't see this one. Actually, I think I did earlier, but wasn't paying much attention to it. So I do like the 10 minute setup here as well as the 5. If we can get it above its high of 14.79, then that looks great. Not too big of spreads, about 2 to 5 cents. So let's see what this one wants to do. So there's a drop to VWAP there. See if it can bounce up and hold. High here is 1477. So now the spreads are a little bigger. Ooh, I don't like it finishing that low. Also not too much volume on this one either. Only 100,000, which isn't significant, but let's check out the daily. The daily already met its high, I guess, which is 1490. So it basically double topped its high. Okay, if this can finish strong, that looks pretty good to the upside, I'd say. So high right here is 1459. 5 and 10 minutes still look kind of bad though, so I'm not super convinced right now. Finished high there. So quick scalp could be right here, 1458 entry. But 1460, 67. Back to 56. The spreads are kind of huge on this one sometimes. Kind of choppy action here. I was expecting a bigger break if I, did take an entry. I would only be up 4 cents if I actually got filled at 58. Now it's 1 cent, but really I'd be losing because I'd have to sell on the bid. So 52. So this would have been a fat L for me. Let's see what else we got going on. ALF here, not looking nice. So ALF looking clean on the 5 minute. That actually looks really nice. Let's see. Not a huge mover though. So massive rejection there for whatever reason. Not sure what that's about. It just crossed not so long ago on the 5-minute on the MACD. I would like to see this finish a little higher on the 10-minute. Maybe this can be a 5-minute pullback candle. Then the next 5-minute we can see it curl back up here to 833. If we can see it curl back up on the next 5-minute, then it's looking clean for a break above this 10-minute high, which is 840. This one I might take bigger size just because it's not such a big mover, but we'll see what happens here. So it's a break even lower. If it breaks this low here of 806, I would like to see it at least bounce up and try to hold this like 815, 820 level. We'll see what this wants to do here. So it hasn't broken the low yet, which is looking solid. That's looking great. I want to make sure that I can hold this range. The next 5 minutes going to open here in about 30 seconds. But at this 1 minute, it has to hold this level. I don't want to see it fall below VWAP. It's crossing on the MACD, which doesn't look so hot. Also, a lot of red volume coming down the tape there. But hopefully we can see a shift towards the end. So there's a lot of buying coming through there. Still finishing pretty low though. It hasn't broken lower, which is actually a good sign, but as you can see here, now the 5-minute open low. So if this 5-minute breaks down to 8, I definitely want to see it pop back up to 825 at least. Like if it somehow breaks this level. So there's a nice break, but I don't know if this is actually going to hold. I have to see if this holds. So far, so good. But I don't like that price action, so it just popped up right there to 25, and then it just immediately snapped to 18. I mean, that kind of sucks. Got sellers stacked at 40 here. 1 minute's finishing kind of low as well. Okay, so finished higher than I expected, which is awesome. If we can see some sideways consolidation here, that would look really strong then for the next 10-minute, possibly even 5-minute. So I'm gonna wait out on this one. See what ALT is doing. ALT's back, just bounced off of VWAP there. 10 minutes not looking the best though. 10-minute kind of looks gross. 5-minute looks pretty good though. We can see a 5-minute break at this high, which is around 1229. That looks great. So it touched VWAP, had a big bounce, and now it's curling on the 1 minute. Volume's really low though, which I don't like. Okay, so this one opened kind of low. See if we can get a tap to VWAP, and if it actually bounced off VWAP once more, then that's looking even better. If this just folds and breaks below VWAP, then I don't know. If it breaks below VWAP, that's okay. It just has to pop back up above 12. So there, it's holding VWAP. A lot of buying coming in right there because of that. We can see this 1 minute MACD cross, then that looks solid as well. Hard to say though, because the 10 minutes still looks nasty. It's 10 minutes just floating on VWAP. Kind of stuck in the middle here. So this next 1 minute's gonna open. Let's see what this one can do. High here is 12.15. I'd be going for the overall break of 12.25 though. There's a tap of VWAP again. Now it's broken below. A lot of red volume coming in. Not a significant break yet. 95. Let's see if we can get a bounce back above 12 though. ALF. I missed the move. I missed the move on ALF. Nasty rejection there though. Okay, well, I'm not gonna miss the move on ALT. Well, actually, I guess I am, because it just broke below VWAP, so that's not looking strong at all. I guess that's it for me today. I mean, from up 22 to down 55. Market is just really choppy. At least I didn't lose anything significant. It's just 55 bucks. It's not like a big deal. Still, hurting on the account here, but I don't know. I honestly wish that I set up ALT a lot better than I did. I wish it actually showed some continuation here on these, candles following up, but obviously not. It just was sideways. Now it's breaking down and it's just not looking strong. Nothing else really popping on the scans. Go was popping up, but this one's just sideways at the moment as well. Nothing too crazy on it. EEIQ got halted going down and then popped back up, but nothing crazy either. This one's dead on volume. There's nothing going on with this stock. ZIVO, ZIVO's daily just looks terrible. Doesn't look very strong. 10 minute, 5 minute, same thing. It looks gross. Let's see. These didn't pop up earlier for me. TNP. So I completely missed this stock. Didn't pop up on my scans at all. SD. Same thing, but SD doesn't look super wild. TNP. Making a bigger move here. 4-cent move. The spreads on this one are really bad too. About 11 cents. And the volume's basically gone. Like there's nothing there. So let's check on some other stocks like ATER. ATER's daily looks pretty bad as well. I wouldn't mind ATR actually for tomorrow. If this can break lower, maybe touch its 20 and then bounce back up to around 12 or 11.50. If we could see resumption tomorrow at around 11.50, that would look pretty strong, I'd say, for the daily high break, which would be 11.83. And then, from there, it can possibly shoot all the way back up to 14. But, we just got to see what it's going to do this afternoon. Let me see. SNOA still breaking lower. DBGI, same thing. ALT still sitting on VWAP. 10 minutes still looks pretty bad. And ALF. So okay, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. $55 loss. It was up 22 to down 55. Again, nothing crazy. Majority of my loss is on fees. As you can see, it's 31 or about $32 on fees. So every buy and sell is about $5. Like one buy is $5, and then to sell that's another $5. So my commissions are around $10 per total trade, I guess. I don't know. I'm glad with the positions I stopped out on. Not happy about my first trade on ALT though. So I definitely messed up here. I could have held a little longer. Waited. It wasn't breaking lower than what I wanted. It broke the 1 minute high, but that's where I just stopped out. I panicked, and I didn't let it ride until the 5 minute break, like how I actually wanted. So that's pretty upsetting, and it was a significant break as well. So if I actually got filled here at 11.96 and rode it all the way till 12.80, that's a big move there. It's about $200 that I could have potentially made. So oh well, happens. Gotta work on it. But I'll go ahead and see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what the market has and see if it gets still choppy or what comes up to Friday, I guess. And hope you all have a great rest of the day.